On Sunday, France goes to the polls to vote in the first round of their presidential election. Only a couple of months ago, President Emmanuel Macron was politically unassailable. But now he's facing a real challenge from right-wing candidate Marine Le Pen. For her analysis, I'm joined from Melbourne by Sky News contributor Kosha Gada. Kosha, let's get into the detail here. Le Pen, a victory for Le Pen. Is it possible? And if she gets there, how would it be received in Europe?
Yes, good to be with you, Peta. Marine Le Pen is grabbing the world's attention once more. And the latest polling, the range of it, shows her trailing Macron by 6 points. I think that was the worst poll that I saw, all the way to as little as 2 points in the best case scenario. And that is an incredible shrinkage of the margin compared to what she did in 2017, the last time she challenged him in that last election. So it's certainly conceivable. I think it's in the mold of what we saw with Brexit, what we saw with Trump, et cetera. But even if she doesn't, I think if you believe the polls, it looks like Macron will eke out a victory, even though she's giving him a run for his money. But either way, she has already succeeded in sending a really, really strong message to the leadership of France and, frankly, to the leadership of other liberal democracies that are facing similar dynamics in their own countries, where a growing percentage of the electorate is just really, really dissatisfied with the direction of their countries.
Look, she has before run on anti-immigration and other platforms. She's widened her appeal. I've been reading quite a bit of her material. She's talking about cost of living, for example. What's really moved the needle for her in recent days? And the other point I'd make too, does she have a shy Le Pen vote out there that people, when they're polled, aren't comfortable, like we saw with Trump and Brexit too, aren't comfortable in saying exactly who they want to vote for because people have a jaundiced view of her?
Yes, I think that's always the case with these candidates where the media presents them in a certain way or almost caricaturized. There's definitely the shy vote aspect. There's another candidate running to the right of her, so there's been some who believe that has helped her because it's actually reframed her as a little bit more moderate or a little bit more palatable to certain people who maybe liked her on some issues, but because of that thing made it difficult. And if someone's running to her right, that opens her up to that. But I also just think it's the increasing, the fundamentals in the country. There's the economic issue, inflation, gas prices, though they fared better than their European counterparts. It's at an all-time high. And there's swaths, especially farming country and interior wine country, where she flipped large swaths of the electorate that would normally not be supporters of her. She flipped them last time, and that has grown. So I think it's just sort of a continuation of momentum, given those issues. And then on top of that, some of these more tactical issues, such as the guy running to her right, reframing her.